MLB's coverage of baseball on the show brings us to the home of the Braves, Truist Park. Tonight it's the first of 4 between the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Atlanta Braves. The Buccos have won 5 games in a row. They'll look for number 6 right after this. Ian Anderson, a right-hander from the Empire State, gets the starting assignment here. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, listen, when you can go 7 full innings like he did, I know he got a no decision in his last start, but it was a real solid performance. If he continues to pitch like that, the wins are going to start coming.
Now into the box, Kevin Newman, and we are set for baseball here this evening.
For Pittsburgh, the second baseman, Kevin Newman.
First pitch on the way. First of 4 here to start the weekend as the game's first pitch is taken, and it's strike 1. Now, boys, these Braves, as they take the field here tonight, they come in looking to make it 2 in a row as they were winners last time out.
Yeah, Matty B, we've got a team here that's been playing some pretty good baseball. They're not quite in first place yet, D-Row, but they're playing good, and they'd like to stay competitive through the month of May.
Yeah, they've played okay. Let's be honest. They've hit okay. They've pitched okay. They're capable of much better than this, but it's early. We find ourselves just in the early phases of May. Ride it out and find a way to get hot.
A chance here to check out the starting lineup for the visiting Pirates. What do you think they need to do to keep the winning streak a-rolling, D-Row?
Yeah, Matty, you take a look at this lineup. The one thing that jumps out is the fact that they are last in stolen bases. They are station to station trying to hit the ball out of the ballpark, trying to get in good counts and drive the baseball out of the yard to create their runs.
Ke'Bryan Hayes is at the plate as he takes a cold strike 1. 1 out, nobody on. And he falls behind 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. A swing and a miss. He offered it a ball way outside the strike zone for out number 2. Didn't mess around much in that at-bat, Dan.
No, that was pretty impressive, Matt. I really like a pitcher that trusts and works off his fastball. And right there, he decided he didn't need to use anything else. 3 straight heaters and go grab some bench.
At the plate now, David Rosario. Swung on but fouled off to the left. The average for him sitting at .312 on the season. 11 home runs and the RBI count at 35. 0-1, here's the pitch. Swung on and hammered. No doubt about this one. Watch it fly. And that one is gone. Solo shot to right center. 12 home runs for him now thus far. And the Pirates are staked to a 1-0 lead.
Loved a homer in the top of the first inning. Give your pitcher a chance to kind of regroup and gather himself with an early lead.
And that'll bring in Franmil Reyes. He swings and grounds it to short. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. Pirates tack on 1 more on the solo home run. Bottom of the first coming up. It's now 1-0 Pittsburgh. Stephen Brault, a southpaw out of the Golden State, gets the call here. What do we need to know here, Danny?
One of the things that jumps out if you look at that stat sheet, a very high whip coming into this start. One of the things he's going to have to do a much better job, keep traffic off the bases, keep the walks down, try to limit the amount of hits. He's had a rough go of that so far this year. Let's see if he can turn it around in this one.
Digging in, the switch hitter, Ozzie Albies. And there's a look at his home and road splits so far this year. And here's a ball hit in the air. And this will wind up a foul ball. The windup and the 0-1.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Dero, Dan, we look at this Pirates ball club as they enter play here tonight. They come in riding a 5-game winning streak, and they've really got things clicking.
Yeah, Matty, this team's coming together right now. They're playing dangerous baseball. You can tell the look in their eye. They feel good about where they're at. They've won a few games in a row, and they look to continue that trend today.
Hit on the ground to short. Fielded cleanly. And that's the first out.
Batting second.
And time now to take a look at how these Braves are lined up in this one. Dan Plesac, who are you focused on?
Well, Matt, I'm excited to get a chance to see that left-handed hitter, Freddie Freeman. He hit over 350 last month. Just consistent at-bats all throughout the month. He was tough to pitch to, hitting good pitching and hit poor pitching as well. We'll see if he stays hot here.
Dansby Swanson lining up to hit. As he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Set to deliver the 0-1. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one.
2-pitch mix here. If you're in the batter's box, you're looking for something up. Sinker changeup right here. Got to get it up.
Reyes is there. 2 down.
Batting third. The first baseman, Freddie.
The next to bat for Atlanta, Freddie Freeman. In his career versus this pitcher, he's 1 for 4. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And he'll look at a fastball that doesn't miss by a whole lot. It's 1-0. A ball and a strike now to the Braves first baseman. The 1-1. As anticipated, here's a ground ball now to the right side. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Braves are set down 1-2-3. They're down 1-0. All set for the start of the inning, and striding forward the designated hitter, Edwin Encarnacion. Outfield shaded a bit to left center. The first pitch. Swing, and there it goes. He got all of that ball. Gone to lead off the inning. So a solo home run for Edwin Encarnacion, number 14 on the season, and that'll give the Pirates a 2-0 lead.
Well, he's definitely off to a shaky start tonight, giving up 2 home runs in 2 innings. The good news is they were both solo shots. The bad news is the rest of the lineup is salivating in the dugout, waiting for their chance to face him.
Here's Gregory Polanco.
The left fielder.
Swing and a drive to right center. Hey, that ball's going to be way out of here. Back-to-back home runs. Gregory Polanco leaves the yard with a solo shot. 12 home runs for him now thus far. And the lead for the Pirates is now 3-0.
Another excellent swing right there. That's multiple home runs in the same inning. Watch yourself. You're missing over the heart of the plate.
Here's Jackie Bradley now.
The center fielder.
He swings and crushes it. Oh my, there is no doubt about this one. And they've done it again. back-to-back-to-back home runs. A solo shot off the bat of Jackie Bradley Jr., number 10 for him on the year, as the Pirates have opened it up now 4-0. The long ball is playing in this one. That was the fourth blast of the game so far for this lineup. Dan Dero, what are your thoughts on what they're doing as a team so far?
Dero, I don't know what you think, but this is one of those cases where I think the hitters right now, they must be seeing beach balls up there right now. There's 4 bombs already in this one.
Yeah, this lineup from top to bottom has power just oozing out of it. And this guy's missing over the heart of the plate. That's what happens.
They've gotten their hits in deep counts. They've gotten their hits in early counts. This has been a real onslaught.
Yeah, you can look at it one of 2 ways, Matty. Either they have a ton of respect for the man on the mound and they are just going to ambush tactics and it seems to work for them, or you can look at it the other way. They're just getting lucky.
Jacob Stallings is at the plate now, and he takes a cold strike. Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. So let's take a look at our umpiring crew in this one. Working the plate, Rusty Valentine.
Dan, Rusty Valentine behind the dish tonight. He is north-south without question, letters to knees.
Well, I tell you what, he really favors a power pitcher. If you can consistently pitch at about the chest level and above, he'll call that high strike zone. I think he's a very friendly pitcher's umpire.
Now over to Freddie, and it's a double play.
The batter, the second baseman, Kevin Newman.
So base is empty now after the double play, and that'll bring in the second baseman, Kevin Newman. He's ready. Here's the first pitch. Chased a low ball there, and he's quickly down in the count 0-2.
Looks to me like he's trying to make adjustments pitch to pitch up there at the plate, but he's looked completely thrown off so far. Late on the first one, way out front on the second.
Bouncer up the middle. Over to first, and that retires the side. So they get 3 runs here, all coming via solo home runs. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. Pittsburgh leads this one 4-0. Acuna digs in now, and he really thrives in the batter's box here at home. Something to keep an eye on in this one.
They've gotten a gut punch to start this game. There's no doubt about this, but that's when you have to turn the scoreboards off. Everybody do their job one at bat at a time.
A swing and a ground ball to third. Throw on to first in time, 1 away.
Take a look at the Pittsburgh Pirates defensive lineup. And let's take a look at outfielder Gregory Polanco. Can play all spots in the outfield, from center to both corners, with a cannon arm and the ability to go in the gap.
And that'll bring in Marcell Ozuna. He'll swing and lift a ball foul off to the left and out of play. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. And that'll get down out there near the wall. And he is in at second base with a 1-out double.
No mistake what he was sitting on. Fastball, middle of the plate, kept his hands back, stayed through the baseball, and delivers a hard hit line drive.
Here's the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud, as he takes a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1. He's back in the starting lineup for this one after sitting out last night's game. Ready with the 0-1. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. And this will wind up a foul ball. d'Arnaud, a 32-year-old veteran. He was a first-round pick back in the draft of 2007.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
Batting seven, the designated hitter, Austin.
So next to bat will be Austin Riley. He did not play last night, but clearly back in the starting nine for this one. First pitch of the AB now. There's the fastball that gets the lower part of the zone, called for a strike.
Jumped ahead with strike one there, and that's something he's going to do a lot of in this start. He doesn't have lights out stuff, so it's important for him to be pitching ahead and have the hitters on their heels.
Now the 0-2 pitch. Got him looking, and that ends the inning. Braves strand one. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. Top of the third set to get underway, and that'll give way to the third baseman, Ke'Bryan Hayes.
Ke'Bryan Hayes.
First offering on its way. Line hard to center field. Acuna is right there, one down.
Jumped all over that first pitch of the inning, and he didn't miss it. Just wasn't able to steer it in a direction that resulted in a leadoff hit.
At the plate, David Rosario lays off 1-0.
There's no way around it. This has been a rough start on the mound, so it'll be interesting to see how long that man is going to let him go. Maybe he settles in and can give you another inning or so, but I wouldn't bet on it at this point.
Back up the middle and in for a base hit. You can relate, Dan, so what's going through the pitcher's mind right now?
Well, Matt, as we take a look at his line here, he might not know all the specifics, but he knows he hasn't been pitching all that well in this one. Sometimes it happens, you start a game and never completely get into that rhythm. Seems to be the case here.
Stepping in now, Fren Reyes. There's one. On to first, and for the second time in 3 innings, they've bounced into a double play, and with this one, the side is retired. Pirates are down on just 4 pitches, but they're in front 4-0. And the next in is Johan Camargo, and they've got some work to do early on, down 4-0 already.
Camargo.
First pitch on its way. Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Oh, and you talk about a pitcher getting the benefit of the doubt. That's low, but called to strike anyway. 0-2 now.
The offense better get it going right here, because they certainly can tell from their dugout this guy is carrying himself with a presence out on the mound. He's got feel for all his pitches.
He froze him on the fastball there. Johan Camargo is retired for the first out here in the bottom half of the third. And the pitch. Christian Pache stands in as he checks his swing here for strike one. Swing and a miss, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Hit to third. He's got it. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
Now back, the second baseman, Ozzie Albies.
So 2 out, nobody on. Well, that'll bring up Ozzie Albies. Here's the first pitch to him. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Stays alive, still 0-2. Into the windup and the pitch. Smoked on the ground up the middle. Reined in. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Braves. They trail here 4-0.
Concentrating my balance, give life a better chance. I'm too involved in God, not television.
All set for the start of the 4th, and that'll bring up the power bat of Edwin Encarnacion.
He turned around that fastball and drove it out of the park in his previous at-bat, so there's got to be a good chance they mix it up right here on him and try and go off speed.
First delivery to him.
Well, it's been a rough one so far. 4 runs through 3 innings. It's about time to get that pitch count down, or he won't be out here very long.
This is popped up. And there's your first out of the inning.
The left fielder, number 25, Gregory Polanco.
So bases are empty with 1 gone, and the left-handed hitting outfielder Gregory Polanco bats next.
Yeah, he absolutely torched a fastball his last time up. Pretty much a no-doubter, so he's got to be feeling pretty confident right here.
Now a check swing, but it's strike 1 anyway, says the home plate umpire. 4 runs, 6 hits, and no errors so far for the Pirates. Barely able to make contact, down 0-2 now. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
0-2 pitch in the dirt. I think that was a purpose pitch. These guys are swinging at just about everything, so he's going to take a chance to see if they'll chase one even further out of the zone.
Skied into straightaway right. And that'll get down out there for extra bases. And he's in there at third with a 1-out triple.
Yeah, and most guys that hit for the cycle can get a single or a double but struggle with the rest. Not this guy. He's already got the homer and the triple, so the hardest parts are out of the way. We'll see what the rest of the game holds in store.
So here now is Jackie Bradley as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. Perhaps he can drive another one out of the park just like he did back in the second. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Hit sharply on the ground. Albies scoops it up. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score.
That grounder was hard hit, and sometimes the runner at third will have to hold on a ball like that, but he was off on contact, and they opted to take the out at first instead.
So the bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that brings up Adam Frazier. Here's the pitch. Back up the middle and in for a base hit. Didn't waste any time, like the first pitch he saw, to keep the inning going.
I mean, there's no secret right now. There's a fight at the bat rack. Everybody wants up at the plate right now. They're feeling frisky. They're all pulling the trigger early, and it's working.
Jacob Stallings will be the next hitter, as he'll get out ahead of a changeup and swing through it for strike 1. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Acuna giving chase. He's got it. A great running play, and that'll retire the side. 1 in the inning for the Pirates on a couple of hits. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. Bucks out in front, 5-0.
style. Find out why my people are trying out. Reach out with them.
Matt Vasgersian, Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, the former #1 overall pick, Dansby Swanson, the first to bat here in the inning. Now the pitch. High in the air, carrying well out to deep center. Ranging back is Bradley. Out of here to the deepest part of the yard. Dansby Swanson with a solo shot. Third home run for him on the year. As they get on the scoreboard here, it's 5-1.
Well, if you're going to give up a towering blast to one of the best players in their lineup, it's better to do it with no one on base. It stings, sure, but a solo shot isn't going to be the deciding factor in a game.
Here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman.
The first baseman.
As he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half, it's 0-1.
Rock solid performance up to this part of the ball game right now. One of the keys, 90% of his first pitches have been for strikes. And when you do that, you really make the hitter swing at the pitch you want them to swing at.
Throw on to first, so a good comeback there as he gets the first out of the inning.
Now batting, center fielder, Ronald Acuna Jr.
So bases are empty with one out now, and that brings forward Ronald Acuna Jr. Now here's the first offering. And that misses, ball one. Now the 1-0. Sharp ground ball to third. On to first, and there were two down. Show Track is going to give us a better look at that play. You usually don't see third baseman show off a lot of range, but he certainly did there. And to complete the play, uncorked a good hard throw across to first for the out. Nice play all around from the hot corner. Here's Marcell Ozuna. This will take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike one. It was a double for him in his first turn at the plate. Here's the pitch.
1-1. Count is 2-1.
Hey, after the double in his first at-bat, looks like he's trying to pitch around this guy a little bit.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. And that ball gets down out near the wall and should be extra bases. And he'll coast into second here with a two-out double.
Well, he was definitely struggling coming into this one, but I think we could say that cold streak is officially over. That's his second hit of the game, and it goes for extra bases. We'll see now if this game proves to be a huge turning point for him.
So now to the plate, Travis d'Arnaud, as he'll take a called strike here on a borderline pitch at strike one. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Boy, this is one of those ABs you like to hit the rewind button on. Put himself in a tough spot now, hitting with two strikes.
The 0-2 home. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time. Hit softly on the ground to third. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Braves draw a bit closer, courtesy of the solo home run. We played 4. It's now a 5-1 ball game. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Kevin Newman. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one.
Kevin.
First pitch of the AB now. Line hard, deep into left. Ozuna is there, and he makes the catch for the out.
Good contact to start out the inning. Thought he might be on base with some sort of a hit, but it hung up there too long. Just unlucky that time.
So 1 out and nobody aboard. And up next is Ke'Bryan Hayes. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side, but this will land untouched. It's a 5-1 game here in inning number 5. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Grounded back up the middle. Swanson scoops it up. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Had to protect there with 2 strikes, and he just got it off the end of the bat. Not much of a problem for the infield at that point.
Into the box, David Rosario, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. He's got hits in both of his at-bats so far in this one. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Acuña's there for it. And that will end the inning. Down in order go the Pirates. They lead this one, though, 5-1. Welcome back to Truist Park, just outside Atlanta, as we send it down to check in with Heidi.
Matt, I had a chance to discuss the Braves' offense with their manager, Brian Snitker, during the commercial break. And he told me he'd like to see a lot more aggressiveness in their at-bats the rest of the game. Too much of the time, they're finding themselves in disadvantage counts like 0-2 and 1-2. And that's basically never a formula for success. He said they're getting a lot of strikes to swing at, so the emphasis the rest of the game has to be to jump on those strikes early in the at-bat.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. First pitch on the way.
The designated hitter.
Austin Riley will stand in for a second time here as he swings and misses there. It's 0-1.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the game plan is today. Too many early swings. They got to be a little bit more patient at the plate.
That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Clearly off with his timing on that one, a swinging strike.
I know it's cliche and it's tired at times, but a well-located fastball down at the knees is still the best pitch in the game.
1-2, here it comes. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
So here's Johan Camargo. And he'll quickly send a line drive to center field. But sadly for him, this will head straight to the center fielder as he puts it away without much trouble for the second out.
Right fielder, Christian Pache.
Next, it'll be Christian Pache. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. And a fastball's in there for strike 1.
Hey, this guy's got to be pretty proud of what he's done so far. It's never easy to pitch on the road, but to have this kind of outing in a ballpark that is notoriously known as being hitter-friendly, it's been a treat to watch.
Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2.
There's another pitch for a strike, and this guy's really attacking hitters well tonight, being aggressive early on, and if he continues to throw strikes like he is, he's going to have a pretty good night.
And a fastball called strike 3, and the side is retired. Braves are set down 1-2-3. They're down 5-1. Sean Newcomb takes over to start the 6th inning on the mound.
Now pitching for the Braves, number 15, Sean Newcomb.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Franmil Reyes. His career numbers against this pitcher, he's 0 for 4.
The right fielder, number 32, Franmil Reyes.
Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. In there, 0-1.
He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep the ball around the knees like that.
Here's a breaking ball, but it doesn't quite find the strike zone.
Hey, that backdoor breaking ball just missed. He had a chance to run it to 0-2.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Bat explodes as this has popped up. And he'll steer clear of the flying debris to make the catch here for the first down.
The designated hitter,
Edwin Encarnacion will stand in here hoping to duplicate what he did back in the 2nd inning. We flash you back to take another look at his solo home run that helped get this offense rolling. First offering on its way. Hit well towards the hole. Swanson brings it in. Throw on to first will take care of Encarnacion for the 2nd out.
The batter, the left fielder, Gregory Polanco.
Up next for the Buccos, Gregory Polanco. Tripled and scored in his last at-bat, and we'll see what he does for a follow-up act here.
Matty, this guy is certainly walking to the plate with...
There's a swing and a ball hit in the air, and a ball that he got every stitch of, as that one, without a doubt, is gone. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. His 2nd of the game, and it's now a 6-1 ball game.
Who says hitting isn't contagious? These guys have been feeding off each other all game, and 5 home runs as the result. I'll tell you, you might see some scuffles in the on-deck circle between guys fighting to get to the plate.
To the plate now, Jackie Bradley Jr. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. Lifetime in this matchup. Just a couple of matchups, no hits in 2 at-bats. And that one yanked just foul.
Yeah, you could tell he was ready for another fastball, but the pitcher went to breaking ball, and the hitter just fouls that one off.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Hard hit towards center. Acuna will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. 1 in the inning for the Pirates on this solo home run. Through 5.5, it's the Pirates 6 and the Braves 1. And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ozzie Albies. And through 5 turns at bat, they've only mustered a total of 3 hits. Not terrible, but they're certainly not firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, they're definitely just not having consistent quality ABs. The game plan they had coming in hasn't worked, and I'm interested to see if they're willing to change it up a little bit.
And he takes a cold strike, 0-1.
Offensive game plan needs to change right here. They need to get a little bit more aggressive. It's too late to try and work counts.
A ball and a strike now to the Atlanta leadoff man. A ball and 2 strikes. Here comes the 1-2. Bounce to first. And he'll step on first for the out, 3 unassisted. And with that, we give you a look here at what's happening in the race in the National League Central. Next up is Dansby Swanson. He went deep last time up.
Well, Matty, we know he's got the timing on the fastball locked in. That's what he got a hold of on that home run in the previous at-bat. You do not come off the heater. Have to be leery of the off-speed, but stay on the fastball. He's got to throw it again.
And he takes a cold strike one. The 1-1 home. Swing and a liner. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
The first baseman, number 5, Freddie.
So now here is Freddie Freeman. A couple of ground outs on his batting line in 2 trips so far. Pitch coming, here it is. This is hit down the right field line, but it's going to get out of play for strike one.
This is why the manager pencils these guys in the middle of the order. Big spot, time for them to get back in this game with a couple quality ABs.
Behind 0-2 now. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone.
1-2.
Hey, every ball club has that spark plug guy, and this is the guy right here. He usually ignites a lot of productive innings.
Hit hard back up the middle, and Freeman's aboard. It's a base hit.
Hey, I like this right here. Offense putting a little bit of pressure right here on the defense. This game is not over yet, and if somebody can catch a gap or maybe hit one out, we got a chance to get back in this ball game. We might have something.
And here's Ronald Acuna Jr. now. And that misses for ball one. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game so far. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Takes this the other way to right. Reyes is there, 2 down.
The left fielder, number 20, Marcell.
Next up, Marcell Ozuna. He's got a couple of doubles thus far, so we'll see if he can keep it up. Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is.
The Braves have been looking for that big hit pretty much all game. It remains to be seen if they can get it, but now sure would be a big time for that.
Sent on the ground out to second. Newman's got it. Throw to first is going to be in time, and the Braves rally comes up short as that's out number 3. 2 left for Atlanta. They trail 6-1. Welcome back. Here's Heidi Watney with the report as we get set for the top of the 7th. Heidi?
Matt, I had a chance to catch up with manager Derek Shelton during the commercial break about the Pirates offense, and flat out he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. He said it's one of those games where everything has come together for his hitters, from their approach to their swings to the results. It's all working. One key indicator of that, 6 extra base hits to this point in the game.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. Into the box, Adam Frazier. His prior history versus this arm, he's 1 for 2. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch.
Ball 1, no strike.
And so now the Braves will get both a left-hander and a right-hander up and throwing in the bullpen. That evens it up, 1-1.
Looked like he was cheating a heater right there. A little bit too far out in front. Got to find a way to keep his hands back.
1-2 now.
I got the count. 1-2.
This one's flared out toward left. Coming on is Ozuna. He can't get there as it falls in.
Man, he's seeing it like a beach ball right now. Even his soft contact is finding holes there.
He's making it nearly impossible for a pitcher right now. Up, down, in and out, hard, soft. Anything you throw forward to home plate, this guy seems to somehow be able to find a hole.
Standing in now, Jacob Stallings, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one. A runner at first with no outs here. Line to the right side, and that's in there, base hit. He'll hold at second, and there are two aboard now.
Sometimes you just got to trust your hands. That pitch probably wasn't even in the zone, and he was able to fight it off for a base hit.
In now, Kevin Newman. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Ozuna is under it. One down.
The third baseman, number 13, Ke'Bryan Hayes.
Ke'Bryan Hayes digging in now. And he hasn't quite had the same fortune at the plate as many of his teammates. No hits for him so far. First delivery to him. And a ball 1-0. So far this year against Southpaws, Hayes brings in a batting line above the 450 mark. Do not sleep on his at-bats, folks.
His batting average right now certainly signifies that this guy is having a great year. I'm very interested to see how this guy finishes up.
Ozuna is going to get there as he backs up to put it away, and there are two gone now. And stepping in, David Rosario. 2 outs and 2 runners aboard here in the 7th inning. And now the first pitch. Hard on the ground towards short. Swanson picks it up, and the inning will end as they're unable to cash in with 2 outs. Pirates strand a couple. They lead it 6-1. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and that'll bring in the veteran catcher, Travis d'Arnaud. First pitch on its way. Lifted down the line in left. And foul. Here comes the 0-1. This one's outside. Quite a bit off the plate that time. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Newman fields it cleanly, and a good throw gets him 1 gone.
The designated hitter,
Striding forward now is the DH, Austin Riley. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. And this is cut on and missed below the knees, and it's 0-1.
I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's his windup. I don't know if it's just flat stuff. But he's getting a lot of swings outside the zone, and he's having a big game.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Got him! And he goes down on strikes for the 3rd time. What's your take on all the strikeouts we see in the game today, Dan? That was his 3rd tonight, and it seems we're seeing that a lot more these days.
Yeah, Matt, there's been a real change in philosophy as far as hitting in baseball today. A lot of guys think now that an out is an out, a strikeout is just as good as a regular out, but we're seeing strikeouts at an alarming rate in baseball right now.
Didn't quite catch the zone there. Ball 1. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. 1 run, 5 hits, and no errors so far for Atlanta. Able to protect the plate with 2 strikes, and he'll see another one. Hit back up the middle, and that's through for a hit.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
The batter will be Christian Pache, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
This guy's throwing a gem so far. Biggest key, 80% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
Fastball called for strike two.
After falling down 0-2 on the same pitch, don't be shocked if he triples up on it.
Right side, but it's going to be a foul ball. Another 0-2 home. Rolled slowly down the third baseline. And this is going to work out for him. It's an infield single to make it first and second now.
Now back. The second baseman, Ozzie Albies.
So up steps Ozzie Albies. He swings and sends it on a line to right center. And that is down for extra bases, as this will get one home and maybe two. And not in time as the second run scores.
Well, maybe the tables have turned a bit. Earlier in the game, the pitcher had his way with him, but he wins the battle this time, and in a big way. 2 runs on the board as a result.
And next will be Dansby Swanson digging in. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side, and no one will get this one. Crowds him a bit with a fastball there, and it's to 1-1. Albies stands at second with 2 gone. Softly hit to the left side. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit. The tag, and they'll get him at second, and with that, the side is retired. So 3 runs on 4 base hits, no errors, and no one left on base. 8th inning coming up. It's the Pirates 6 and the Braves 4. New inning set to get underway, and digging in now, Franmil Reyes.
Number 32, Franmil Reyes.
First pitch on its way.
Off the plate, ball 1.
The 1-0. A leap here, but it ticks off his glove. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8. Edwin Encarnacion now. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. First pitch of the AB on its way. Line to second, where it's caught there for out number 2.
The left fielder, number 25, Gregory Polanco.
Gregory Polanco stands in looking for home run number 3 right here, as you see what he's done so far in this one. And now the first pitch. On the screws to shortstop, but caught to retire the side. Pirates are down on just 4 pitches. They still lead it 6-4. So next up will be Freddie Freeman. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point.
The first
He's ready. Here's the first pitch.
Freeman.
Here's the 0-1. And he looks at a ball, 1-2.
As a hitter, you got to be staunch in your game plan. You know he has a nasty changeup, and you got to fight to make sure it's in the zone. That's a great take right there.
And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
Made pretty quick work of him right there, setting him down on only 4 pitches. And what I liked about all of those pitches, they were down around the knees or lower. Pretty hard to do any kind of damage when pitches are located in that spot.
Now here's the Pirates manager up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And it looks as though that's going to be all for his starter here tonight. So he was able to only get that first out in the 8th, but nonetheless he'll depart with the lead. Richard Rodriguez will come out and take the ball here as he'll be making his 15th appearance of the year. Stepping in now, Ronald Acuna. Fly ball right down the line in left. On the move is Polanco. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning.
Up next for Atlanta, the left fielder, Marcell Ozuna.
Stepping in for the Braves, Marcell Ozuna. He grounded out last time up.
At the ball.
Down and away, 1 ball and no strikes.
Counts 1-0.
2 out, nobody on. Hit out towards second. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit.
First game of a new series, and he's already sitting on 3 knocks right now. The pitching staff might have to make an adjustment going forward.
At the plate, Travis d'Arnaud, as he'll watch a slider that runs out of the strike zone away for ball 1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. And he fouls this one off. A runner on first with 2 away. And that fastball's too much for him there. 1-2.
Hey, this is a huge out right here. 2 outs in the 8th inning. If this guy comes in and does his job, they hand it.
We'll have to press pause as that strike 3 to retire the side. 1 left for Atlanta. They trail it here 6-4. All set to start the 9th in this one. And in to hit next, it'll be the left-handed batter, Jackie Bradley Jr. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. Off we go in the 9th as the first pitch misses for ball 1. And a slider runs in on him as he has to lean out of the way.
You know, sometimes it takes a pitcher a few pitches to get going, but those 2 pitches weren't even close. Falls behind in the count 2-0. It's time to start getting locked in.
Hold hard, but it's foul down the first base side. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Right fielder giving chase. He gets there and makes the play for the first out.
Up next for the Pirates, the shortstop, Adam.
And that'll bring in Adam Frazier. He's working on a 3-hit ball game right now. First pitch coming. Here it is. Line towards center field. Another base hit. How about the game he's putting together? Now 4 for 4 in this one.
There's a saying amongst the offense, Dan, anybody can get 3 hits in a big league game. It's that 4th one that separates you.
We'll talk about he's having a good week in one night. Can you imagine 4 hits in one game? I'd say he's having a pretty good day.
Into the box now, Jacob Stallings. 1-0 the count. Frazier, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Inside, and he falls behind the hitter now 2-0.
He's gone back-to-back with off-speed stuff to start this AB, and neither has found the zone. He's trying to pitch him backwards, but that only works if you can get them for strikes. Now he'll probably have to challenge him.
And that'll get down for a base hit. Throw into third. And he is in there.
Boy, it's so frustrating as a pitcher. You make a quality pitch on the inside half of the plate right there. Try to bust him in, D-Row, and he fights it off the other way.
Yeah, you tip your hat to the pitcher right there. He executed his pitch, but nice job by the offensive player fighting. It doesn't matter what it looks like. A knock's a knock.
Luke Jackson enters the game with 1 gone in the top of inning number 9.
Number 77, Luke Jackson.
At the plate now, Kevin Newman, as he'll take a look at ball 1. Struggling so far in this one and looking to erase his 0 for 4 ball game right here. The 1-0 home.
Hey, be on the lookout right here. Usually when a pitcher drops in a curveball for a strike looking, now he'll try and throw it in the dirt, get you to fish a little bit. I want to see where he goes here.
And here's a pitch swung on and missed. 1-2 now.
Big pitch coming up right here. He'd love for a ground ball or a strikeout.
Runners are at first and third, 1 away. Here's a line drive into center field. It's a base hit. In to score is the runner from third, and that'll build the lead up to 3 here in the top of the 9th.
Hey, D-Row, that's a big RBI right there to stretch this lead to 3. Takes a lot of pressure off your pitcher going into the bottom part of the inning.
Yeah, Dan, no doubt. As an offense, all you're trying to do is put your pitchers in positions to be successful. Giving them that 3-run cushion has to make you feel good.
Into the box, Ke'Bryan Hayes. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. 0 for 4 with a strikeout thus far. Now a ball slapped hard the opposite way. Pache is right there as he takes it for the 2nd out.
Up next for the Pirates, the first baseman,
David Rosario will stand in again, but first we'll flash you back to the very first inning of the ballgame. And here you go, a solo home run that had him off and running early on. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And this ball is popped up, drifting back behind the mound. Swanson is there to make the catch, and his side is retired. Pirates get just the 1, and that's all. Roberto Osuna comes on looking for a save here in the bottom of the 9th inning.
number 54, Roberto Osuna.
Coming forward now is the Braves' designated hitter. Austin Riley struck out in his last trip to the plate.
Yeah, but it was a good changeup, Matty. Good arm action on that pitch. Look for him to try and stay back a little bit more. Let the ball get a little deeper. Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to rush a heater right here.
Hey, there's an old saying in baseball, you need to take a strike in this spot. Well, he got one there. Now he just needs to find a way to get on.
And that's through for his first base hit in this one. So it's an inning-opening base hit, and the Braves have a man on.
Hey, excellent job right there, leading off the inning with a base hit. We got to keep this line moving. We cannot stop. Nobody can make an out. We have to find a way to put 2 men, maybe 3 men, put some pressure on this defense.
So now to the plate, Johan Camargo, as he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball, 0-1. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. And he jumps at a changeup, a swing and a miss.
Great pitch in that situation. If he makes contact on that one, more than likely he's hitting into a double play.
And he looks at a cold strike 3 as the cut fastball's in there, and that's out number 1.
The batter.
So a runner at first now with 1 away. And up next will be Christian Pache. From the belt, the pitch.
Nope.
Just missed with that heater, but even if he wanted to swing, I don't think he could have caught up to that one.
Now the 1-1 pitch. And he checks his swing. Did he go around? Yes, says the first base umpire. Strike 2. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. That's back-to-back strikeouts now as they've been unable to advance that leadoff single into scoring position.
Yeah, clearly no problems working out of the stretch right now, Matt. He's taking control this inning after giving up that hit. Now we'll see if he can finish it off strong as well.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Ozzie Albies is in with 2 away as he takes a ball, 1-0. Albies with a 1-1 count now.
Now, this guy's got some of the nastiest stuff in the game, and it is absolutely no fun for an offense to try and piece together any type of attack when he's throwing this stuff.
Final strike for the Braves. And a swing and a miss as they definitely had him reaching for that one, and this ball game is over.
You could just see that the confidence is radiating off of them out there right now. That's 6 wins in a row, and this looks like a train that's not about to slow down anytime soon.
7-4 is the final score in tonight's game. The Pirates sent 5 balls over the wall to come out on top in this one. Steven Brault earns win number 4 on the season. Roberto Ozuna records the save, his 10th. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
I ain't never falling for no pump fake, yeah, yeah. Everybody know y'all like the funk fake, yeah, yeah. They want sticking with me like some duct tape. Coming easy to me, do that in one take, yeah, yeah. I ain't following the tide. Heard from the jump, they all know I'm bonafide. Many others have to keep the haters out.
Here now is our final line score tonight.
Mm-hmm.